Hello. Welcome to another Kajabi Fireside Chat. I'm your Fireside Chat host, Sue McLachlan from the Unicorn Advisory, and I'm so excited to have Djordje from the Branded Mobile App team with me today. This is the first time we've had you on live in our community, Djordje, but I have spoken to you before and given you my 4,000 questions. I should call it hard quiz. Kajabi hard quiz because I throw the questions at you. But just for everyone who is joining us, please tell me about your role at Kajabi and what you do as part of the Kajabi team.
Yes, definitely. Thank you for having me. So my role here is I work with a whole lot of people at Kajabi to bring branded mobile apps to life. This is a fairly new project and product really at Kajabi. And it's also an add-on, and my role is really to orchestrate a lot of development. And you see me talking to, a lot of you maybe have spoken to me in the community, or you have questions about the branded app in general. But yeah, my role is predominantly working with CX team, engineers, designers, you name it. I'm probably talking to them. So my goal is to build the best branded app experience that we can build. And it's been a fantastic challenge, because branded apps is definitely something. It's a very atypical product to build, and there's a lot of complexity to it in Apple and Google. So it's definitely exercising a lot of different muscles to
Yes.
get this up and running and into something that will be useful for heroes on their journey to build a good business. So
Excellent. Just for people, because we've got people here who maybe are like myself, where I already have a branded mobile app, but I'm suspecting there's lots of branded app curious people here who are wondering what is the difference between using a Kajabi branded mobile app. And if you see it referenced at Kajabi Hero Live, I was like, what is BMA? Branded mobile app, if you ever see the
yeah.
BMA.
So
What's the difference between that and the regular Kajabi app that's
yeah,
free?
definitely, and I think a lot of people are wondering that. And actually, for even more confusion, we use internally KMA and BMA short names, the Kajabi mobile
Okay.
app and the branded mobile app. So we
Okay.
internally got it down, but then we sometimes slip up and say it out in the wild as well, and people are like, "What is
Yeah.
all that stuff? What are these acronyms?" But
Yeah.
essentially, there's two apps, right? One is free. Free meaning it's included in your Kajabi core subscription, which is the free Kajabi app. There's actually two
Mhm.
apps. There's a Kajabi free app, and there's a communities app. They're separate
Mhm.
apps. Kajabi app supports courses, and the communities app obviously is for the communities. And you get to use those apps. Your members get to use those apps as long as they know about it, right? Or you tell them, or there's some banners across Kajabi touch points that will talk about these apps. And obviously they're branded to Kajabi. There's not much you can do to customize that experience. It is whatever's built, whatever you get out of the box. And Communities app actually has a little more customization than the Kajabi app that you can do in there. But essentially, it's a distribution channel for a lot of your content and for all of your community. These apps have grown a lot organically just because, as we have more heroes joining Kajabi, all the members are getting those apps. And actually, I used that app before I even joined Kajabi to work here.
Yeah.
And For multiple heroes having multiple courses through that app. So I knew about it. So that's the base of it. The branded app is when you're ready to go to the next level, really. Your business is growing, and your membership is growing, and you want to do something that will differentiate you in your niche. So if you're focusing on a specific niche that you're selling or advertising to, the branded app will further differentiate you and will give you one place for both courses and community. So the big difference between the free and branded app is branded app right now integrates everything in one app. So you can have courses, you can have coaching, you can have community in there. It's your logo, your brand. Notifications are coming from your name, right? So it's like you can do custom notifications. You can even more exciting things we've launched recently to really customize that home screen and welcome whether it's new signups or existing members. and even more coming that we'll talk about. I don't want to reveal everything, but we'll get to what else is coming. But
Oh,
the
I'm
branded app
excited.
is yeah, the branded app is really meant to start differentiating you, because the free app will not differentiate you, right? Like if a member buys from multiple heroes, they're going to the same app, they're getting that same experience. And while the app generally helps engagement and course completion and engagement in the community, the branded app takes that to the next level. So if you can think about it, it's like now you're boosting your engagement even more. Your brand is growing and strengthening with this kind of product.
Yeah, absolutely. And for anyone who is in the Fireside Chats community, what we're going to do is we've got the community part of it. We're actually going to put the replays in a Kajabi product as well, because we've got the community and the product. So you'll be able to see the experience of what it looks like in a course versus what things look like in a community. But I just wanted to share one of the things that really kind of turned me onto going, this is the value of a branded app. Is I'm a course junkie. I'm in a lot of communities and a lot of different places. And I had the Circle app on my phone. And I was in, I think, maybe 6 different Circle communities. And one particular community was intensely busy. It was so busy. The notifications were wild and it was driving me crazy. And I just got so stressed. I just turned all notifications off for the entire of Circle. So that meant the courses that I even wanted to get were kind of being drowned out by this busy course that I was like maybe a little bit in. And so when you have your own app, it's your own channel. You're not being mixed up with notifications that are coming from different creators. And obviously that depends on your niche, but when you're using the Kajabi app, those notifications are coming in from every person who's also using the Kajabi app, and the branded app gives you that opportunity where it's just for you. It's your special, notification area.
Yep, and for even for those who are still on Facebook today, or maybe Discord or Slack communities, you are competing for attention, right? With
Yeah.
other noise, especially on
Yeah.
Facebook, right? While they
Yeah.
might catch a post from your community on the feed, they likely will not, because there's so much going on there, right? But from the branded app, like you said, it is from you, from your name. They're gonna constantly, your logo is gonna constantly reinforce that learning and
Yeah.
association with, this is your app. And the more engagement happens, the more it grows, and people just naturally start building a habit, which is what you want, right, in a
Yeah.
highly engaged product. So
Yeah, and it is, just for clarity, the branded app is an extra cost. So it is an add-on cost. So I'll get George to talk about that in a minute. But if you were kind of going, oh man, I don't want to spend an extra $100 or $200 a month on an app, just compare the alternative, which is going and finding someone to build an app for you from scratch. It's not going to be a 3-figure investment. It's going to be a 5-figure plus, and then the ongoing maintenance. Whereas that's the beautiful thing
yeah.
about Kajabi. They will help you do it and get it up. And the headache, the significance of the removal of that headache, I cannot underestimate.
Yeah, definitely. If you wanted to build a custom app, that would be tens of thousands of dollars, and the time it takes to do it, and then you got to keep paying more to change things, to update. And what
Yeah.
we're trying to do is basically have a low cost that's monthly, that's maintenance. We do everything for you. We do updates. We work with Apple and Google to do all of that. And we're building a lot more features that give you the ability to update on the fly. So you don't need a
Yeah.
developer. You go in there, you have easy to use tools to just kind of um, uh, change things up and publish instantly. And we have 2 plans right now. It's $89 a month is the lower tier plan that doesn't include community, and then the $199 a month plan does include community. And a part of that is going to be all maintenance included. So you're going to be getting app updates from us when we're adding new features. We're working with Apple and Google to make sure you're in compliance, because I don't know if you ever had a chance to work with Apple and Google for apps, but it can be challenging at times, and their requirements are changing all the time,
Yeah.
especially with Google lately just being more strict on what they allow in their app store. So
Yeah.
we are always on top of ensuring that we understand what's needed and what gets apps approved and what kind of standard is required to actually even have an app.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to go into looking at the stuff, the new stuff, because everyone is busting for it. But before we do, we'll talk about the webinar with Megan afterwards. But if you have questions about the branded app, whether you have an app or not, if you want to be asking questions to Djordje and the branded mobile app team, Maya has put a link in the comments, so you can join the branded app community. It runs on Kajabi communities. So that's the place to kind of get direct access to ask questions about your app, or if you've got questions in general after this, so that they'll be able to look after you. It's a great community, and yeah, that's the best place to be. So
Yes, definitely.
yes.
Cool.
All right. Shall we look at the cool
Yeah.
the cool new stuff? All right, let's go. I'm excited. I've been
Cool.
playing around with a few of these things, but I want to know the new stuff.
Yeah, so we just launched some new cool things, and that this is just the beginning of like what we consider the path to give more options to make the app truly yours, right? And you can't really make it truly yours unless we give you the right tools. And this is the first step. Like we have this new app builder that gives you that easy drag and drop experience to add different widgets, and these widgets are really just kind of building blocks what you're already familiar with from building websites, right? And this is just an equivalent of that experience in the mobile world. Now, mobile world is a little more restrictive than the website. It gives you a little less options, and that's probably a good thing because Apple and Google do also care about quality of the app, so we're also ensuring that these widgets fit the world of mobile. And we started with these 6 widgets that gives you actually a lot of permutations and abilities to build all kinds of different pages in the app. And right now we have this home page that you can see that you can build out a customized experience. And this is, I'm showing you our Kajabi branded app, which is like our demo app that you can add widgets like a video. For example, this is a video widget that I just threw in on the top of the landing page, and I can add a video and a cover. I can do different configurations for it, and the powerful, I think one of the more powerful widgets here is the products widgets, where you can feature courses and community products in here. And you can see how I featured like a few. Actually, let me show you straight up on the app because I have it loaded here. This is like carousel options that you can feature different courses, different community access that you want to offer to your members. And there's a twofold use for these product widgets. One is you can sell products directly from this page using in-app purchases from Apple and Google. So you can basically list these for sale. Or once someone owns it, you can also list it. This is typically true for people who have a lot of courses, you can start highlighting courses on this page. So, Netflix style. So if you want to feature courses, this is the place to do it. And because library can get cumbersome, homepage can be really something that you're highlighting. Maybe you're running a Black Friday promo and you want to put that course on top, and that's the first thing people see. That's a great use case for some of those things. But essentially, you can put a lot of courses in these carousels and do different configurations. Like, for example, I can change on the fly, and I can do like a full size carousel here and just click save and publish. If I refresh here, you can see it right away. It's updated. So that's the power of it, is like it's fully in your control, this whole view. And you're running a promo for a week, you can put something up, it's gone, you take it down right away, you put some new fresh content, and you can just keep updating that and engage your audience like that. So product widget is the first one we've ever pushed out, and it's still the one that's used the most by heroes. But now we're getting into some really interesting customization options as well, which is image widget is actually really powerful because it also can act like a button, and it's really cool. You can put links. You can put your Kajabi landing pages in here. You can put a website page in here. So you can do even library and login. Whatever page you have on Kajabi, like a blog post also is applicable. So So you can essentially design whatever you can imagine and make it a button,
Mm,
right? And this, you
yeah.
can see how I created my own custom little image that looks like a little button, and you can put any actions behind it. So it's pretty cool. Like uh, the image, I feel like gives you the most options in terms of making that whole page whatever you want it to be, with whatever actions you want it to be, in whatever design you want it to be, right? So
Which is really
uh,
important for lots of people to be able to have that branded app really reflecting their brand. So,
yeah, exactly. Like if you look at any premium app out there, heavy on images, all branded images, all action driven things in there that highlight. And you can either brand it to your brand, yourself, if you're the face of it. And obviously you can supplement. Let me see. You can supplement. The content here with the text widget, which gives you ability to add a title, subtitle, text. So you can fill in text in here as well, just like a kind of like a landing page or whatever you wanted to highlight in here. The buttons it's themselves are also pretty straightforward. You have actions that are similar, same like images, so you can put actions in there like web addresses and landing pages, blog posts. Um, in this case, I'm putting contact us, which is a form to contact Kajabi. So, and it all opens up inside of the app in the browser. You can do an external browser if you wanted to, so you can customize that as well. You can choose any icons. I should have probably put maybe like an
oh,
icon here, and
nice.
there's 303 icons you can choose from here, and we can put any of them to customize even more. And this is a gallery widget, for example. I'm using it as testimonials widget, so you can put
Mhm.
any images you want. There's some really good ratios you can use. So you can design either squares or 3x4, 7x4s, different configurations with kind of carousel it is. And I'm using a testimonials here to kind of showcase what Kajabi branded app is all about. And then I just put another carousel. You can see you can do like a 2x2 carousel as well here, or like a grid gallery. That's
Mm,
also an image gallery widget here that it can be they used. So these like 6 building blocks can give you a lot of options, right? You can like just build out an experience that's the first thing people see. You can keep updating it and changing it whenever you want, and then drive people to different call to actions based on the season, based on your business changing or adding more content, selling more products. So it's super exciting. I'm going to give you a little teaser where this is going to is this is one page right now. This is our
mhm.
foundational page, but we're planning to allow you to build as many pages as you want in the future. So
Ooh.
basically you can put 5 pages in the bottom, and you can build each of them can have its own purpose, and then the link pages to pages, so you
Mhm.
can have multiple levels of app pages. And one more thing we think is really important is um, we'll give you ability to create a variation of a page based on the audience. So if you're not familiar with Kajabi, you're able to segment, and through segmentation, you can actually create different cohorts of customers based on many different criteria. Um, you'll be able to create a variation of the homepage to say this is an existing member,
Oh,
subscriber.
wow.
They're gonna
Uh-huh.
get this page. Else, they're
Oh,
gonna
that's
get this
cool.
other page.
That's
So that will
cool.
give you like really deep customization to say different members get different kind of experiences.
Yeah, that's nice. I love that. I love that.
And then the one that's coming soon here, we're almost ready to release the embedded code widget, which is also another like flexible widget that you can just throw in some embed code in here. So whether you have a Calendly embed or a YouTube video you want to embed in the page, that'll be possible to do as well. So you can have even more options to build out your own unique experience here in the homepage.
Laura's just got a question. Can we live stream video through the app? Like, do you think that's something that you could do like we're doing with this with StreamYard? We're actually embedding it on a page, or will there be Is it done through the communities, through the live room? Like, what's your suggestion if someone wants to live stream through the
Yeah,
actual
so
app?
live streaming is works through community. So community you can live stream, and when you join live, it'll actually work through the app. The app will send notifications to members that you are live, so
Mhm.
they can join through the app. That is definitely an option that you can do currently through the communities.
And will the live rooms that are in courses be available in the app or through coaching? Will that be
We're
available in
actually
the website?
actively exploring that because
Okay.
to Sue's point, we have two ways you can do the lives right now, through community, through courses, and we're trying to figure out what's the best way to do more integrations with courses and community. And one of the areas we're looking at exactly that is like how live is going to work and how you can associate the two so they're not like separate.
Cool. Awesome. I can't wait to go and play around with my widgets. Now I've got a little bit more ideas and ways that I can use it. This looks beautiful. I love how customizable it is, that you can make it, anything. Like it's not just the here's your courses. Like it's like
Yep.
here's like a home page for your business that you can customize as much as you want.
Yeah, and I'll specifically, it's really let me just make sure I don't make any changes right now that I don't want
It's
to.
kind of how I wish our library page was done in the website. Like being able to group things together, I think is really powerful. Like if you had a bundle, like you can put them all together. So, it's really easy to direct people exactly where they need to go. I love it.
Yep, exactly. And then so you have ability to design also an onboarding screen. So for your first time logins and signups, you can kind of explain to them what the app is all about, what are you trying to offer, and then the welcome page you can fully customize as well. You can see I have a sign up and a login button here. So as long as you have a widget on the homepage, sign up button is activated. You now officially can also use it as a tool to acquire um, members through the app. And how you do that is actually a good segue for me to talk about the webinar that's going to happen tomorrow.
Yes,
um,
yes,
we
please.
have we have one of our heroes who's using the app for as a top of the funnel strategy, which is really something that I think a lot of heroes have mastered. Like the app is great for engagement, but what about
Mhm.
getting new business? And I think that's a great use case you'll be able to learn more tomorrow about, which we have a link here. um,
Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, Maya's just going to pop the link into the chat for that. And
yeah.
that's where if you are going, oh, it's an extra cost, using that as an acquisition strategy and like getting people into your funnel because the world is moving to a mobile oriented online experience. And there are a lot of people who aren't using their desktop at all. And it really is, mobile environments. So if you're able to get people to do it, and Megan, it sounds like, has done an absolutely freaking phenomenal job of doing it that way. So I can't wait to hear her strategies and what she's doing. So that's webinars on tomorrow, isn't it?
That is on tomorrow, and I think there's details in what time it starts in your time zone, but
Mm-hmm.
it is something that I highly, highly recommend. I remember hearing her story first time, and I was like, wow, this is really awesome how
Yep.
she figured out the top of the funnel and using the branded app really as a way to offer some unique content and strategy around like saying that the app has exclusive stuff, giving a little teaser why to even get it, and then kind of drive
Yeah.
people through it.
Yeah, because one thing I do want to mention is that if people purchase a course through your app, it's incredibly easy to do it. It's just one click and they're doing it through the Apple, the App Store or the Google Play Store. However, there is commission. You will pay commission. You're essentially creating an account with Apple and with Google. So there is a commission that you'll pay. So it does cost more than selling it directly through your website. So a lot of people, and I'm assuming this is what Megan's doing, is selling those lower ticket things, those acquisition type products where you're getting people in the door and then selling your higher ticket things through funnels afterwards directly through your site and via email strategy. So you're not paying that higher commission on everything. You're being really strategic about the paid products that you're putting into your app. And really thinking about them as getting customers, paying customers into your audience in the easiest possible way.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you have a high ticket offer, feel like six, seven, $800, like the app is probably not the way to go to sell that, right? Because it's actually not even a learned behavior by app users to pay that much, right? Think about all
Yeah,
the subscriptions and one-time purchases you do on a mobile app. Usually it's very low, right?
yeah,
And the strategy here is really like getting that low cost offer, getting a teaser for people to, or even a free something that they can consume in the app to then actually drive them into your funnel and
yeah,
convert them. And once you convert them, you can again send them back into the app for engagement, right? So
yeah.
that's where they can consume the content, engage in the community, and do all that stuff that you want them to do.
Yeah, well, I can't wait. I'm going to register because if you aren't able to make it live, make sure to register so then you'll get access to the replay afterwards. I'm excited to learn from Megan.
Yes. Um,
Yes, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. It's good. I love learning from what other people are doing. I think it's the best way when, people are really cracking these great strategies on how you can make the most of the app. And yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to show
All
you
right.
before we end is the new courses UX courses experience that we redesigned in the branded app, and that is about to
Yay.
launch very soon.
How
And
soon?
this
How
is like,
soon are we talking? Is it a Christmas
yeah,
present?
this is something that I think a lot of heroes wanted to see, and kind of improvements in this experience, and just a lot more visual experience that
Yes.
includes, all the imagery that everyone works so hard to create for courses, and this is a module, header, image, descriptions are there, the courses themselves, and all the imagery, and we redesigned this experience to kind of fit more like modern workflows, and organizing information better. And we're actually going to be adding even more options here to interact with the content, and bringing comments natively. So a lot of complaints that people had around this experience, we've tried to address all of them in this one release.
Yeah, which is, just that reminder as well, like being part of these communities where the actual Kajabi product team is, so that you can ask questions. Because I'm guessing, like, this is what all of the other product managers have told us, George, that um, you've got a whole lot of stuff you've got to prioritize. And so you're going to prioritize, generally on what's going to help the most people. So your voice needs to be heard, like, share what it is that you want. Am I accurate in saying that for your team as well?
Yeah, definitely. This is why I'm always in the community. I'm talking to everyone, trying to understand what the pain points are. And I think we had a good understanding of where the pain points are in the course experience. We're probably addressing over a dozen of them in this one release,
Nice.
and we're gonna keep addressing more, because this is just the beginning. We're also trying to make the courses experiences more configurable, more
Yeah.
customizable as well over time. So and ultimately just kind of the goal is to help your members consume that content in the great numbers, get the value that you're offering through it, and that's really our goal. It's the same goal, right? Heroes and
Yeah.
our goal, we have the same goal to get the members engaged and kind of consuming that content.
Yeah, and I just wanted to ask, just so you can clarify, these changes that are coming to the courses where you can see the thumbnails, because right now you don't see anything. It's just the name of the lesson and
Mhm.
the name of the modules. That's only coming to the branded app, isn't it? Not the Kajabi app.
Right now, yes, that's only coming to the branded app. Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to have this more visual experience, branded app is the place. And there's a whole lot behind that. I don't know if you want to quickly address it, but I think there's issues, isn't there, with updating the Kajabi app with the app store, that you're limited with what you can do in terms of changing the app. Is that right?
In terms of like the
And
new
with the
update.
Kajabi app,
Oh,
yeah,
with the
like the
Kajabi
actual
app.
could, yeah.
Yeah, the Kajabi app is limited because it's basically used by everyone, so you can't really do much there. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so if you want to get these extra functionality, extra features, and as someone who's used this app a lot, having the community and like this, the experience between going between community and your course is pretty seamless. So in the past, it was a little bit challenging when the app first came out. It was sort of opening it up in a browser. So if you've used the app in the past, like making sure that you're updated to the current version will get that experience. But it's so quick. Like maybe you can just show us on screen. It's like course community, like it's
Yeah, now we're
community. Yep.
this is us in the community. So all your
And
members
then
and I wish I could show you also the new communities experience, which is also going to show up in the branded app. But
yeah,
this whole thing is also getting updated. So some really exciting updates that also propagate into the branded app.
yeah.
And we're also going to be releasing subscriptions in December. So we're going to have support for subscriptions. Right now, we have support for one-time purchases, and
Mhm.
so lots more exciting things. I know a lot of people are excited about subscriptions and
Oh
using
yeah,
them
it's
in the app.
yeah. Okay, so this just goes into Estavo has mentioned the plans to update the community inside the branded app. When can we expect that, and what are some of the changes, if you're able to share?
Yes. So the beta, which is we actually have another whole product team that's working on the communities, and
Oh
they're
wow.
starting their alpha this week. And then beta is going to start rolling out all throughout December and then full release in January. And
Ooh.
if you are part of beta and you can ask to be included in beta, you can ask me, or if you're part of the community, you can ask them to join the beta as well. And some of the updates there are actually pretty exciting. The whole navigation is changing, and even in the branded app, we're going to change the navigation. So when you click on the communities tab, it's actually going to remain a tab on the bottom, and it's
Oh.
going to load up the new community. It's going to be fully branded to whatever you want it to be. So no more Kajabi blue in there. You can be whatever color you want it to be. The whole UI has changed. The underlying technology that's being used has changed. So it's going to be much faster loading experience. So a lot more performance improvements. And that's also going to all translate into the branded app as well.
Yeah, so definitely not just the web version. We looked at the talked us through the web updates for community last week. So the actual branded app and communities app are getting
Yes,
updates as well, aren't they?
that's right. Yep.
Oh, exciting. Laura has just got a question. Would you mind just going over the pricing options again for us for getting
Yeah,
your own
again, I can
app?
repeat. It's an add-on to your core Kajabi plan. It's $89 per month is the lower tier plan that includes everything except for the community. And then the $199 plan includes the community as well. So you're able to, if you start with 89, you can always upgrade to 199 if you don't have a community yet, but plan to do it one day. That's an easy transition.
Okay, and so for the $89, you can access the widgets and like do your own home
Yep.
screen and add
You
this.
can do all of
Like,
this stuff that I just showed you and kind of have your home screen library. All content can be accessed through the library.
oh, exciting, exciting. So for someone who doesn't yet have a branded app, um, how long does it take to get this from when they start exploring it with the team, and how does that process work?
Yeah. So the iOS app tends to get done much quicker. So when you start the process, we're actually not going to ask a lot from you in the beginning. We're going to be able to execute most of the iOS build out ourselves. Sometimes it takes even a few days to get it live. The Android app might take anywhere from 2 weeks to 6 weeks. It just depends on the industry you're in, specific use cases. Google has a few more barriers to go through. So Google might take a little longer than Apple. And that's entirely just a lot of waiting on Google. It's not really Kajabi. We move pretty quickly, but Google doesn't always. And then once the apps are live, both Apple and Google, you can actually go live with your iOS app only if you wanted to with the membership, or you can wait. The once the apps are live, we actually also have a feature that helps block access in the Kajabi core set, so you can transition members easily from that app into the branded app.
Oh, that's nice. And just as well for people to know, for you to get the branded app, you'll also have to, like, Kajabi's team will do it for you. which I love. I was in the very early people. I had to do it myself and I hated it. And when you said you guys will do it, I was like, oh, everyone else is so lucky. But you do need to create your own Apple developer account and Google Play Store account so that
Hmm.
Kajabi can do it for you, because you still own the app. Kajabi just build it for you. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct, and that is something as part of our onboarding. We give you a full guide how to do it.
Hmm.
Some people feel like it's pretty straightforward. Some have some challenges. Also depends on the business and the location you are in the world. There's different requirements, but like Sue said, you own the app, so the app is yours. It's under your account, and that's very critical because that's the only way you can do in-app purchases, that you can access analytics. So there's like very good benefits to having the app in your account beyond just Apple and Google really frowning upon not having the
Mm,
app in your account. So, and your name really shows up in the app store instead of ours, right? So that's also part
yeah.
of the branding. Like it needs to be under your account, and then we'll do. We have access to your account that we can do maintenance, we can do updates, we can do app submissions and manage any rejections that occur in the process. So we still have access to your account, but it is your ownership.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like it. And I gotta say, I'm with you, Estavo, like having access to this for the price, even though there are some people I know, it's not going to be for everyone. Like maybe if you're very, very early on in your business, that extra $200 a month may not be what you want. But when you're at the point where you've grown your business and the brand is important, for the price, it is freaking phenomenal. And I also agree, as being someone who's used it from pretty close to the beginning, the amount it has changed and it has improved, and seeing what's coming is so exciting. Like, this is such a great strategy for growing your business and making your content more accessible. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, like I said, if you are struggling with retention in your business, get the branded app. If you're looking to grow your membership, get the branded app. So there's different use cases depending on where you are in your business. You want to boost engagement, you want to acquire new customers. Um, Definitely join that webinar tomorrow to see more of the top of the funnel strategies.
Yep.
And yeah, the app is going to keep evolving. We have a lot more exciting things next year. I
Yep.
actually, frankly, can't wait to just build all this stuff that we're planning to do that I already mentioned and
Yep.
make
Have
yeah
you got any
experience
other
even better.
little George wish list stuff that you want to share with us? That
Uh, yeah, I mean, we're definitely looking at uh, build before you buy experience too, because right
Ooh.
now you don't really get a chance to really see your app until it's already built out. And
Yep.
now that we have an app builder, we can give you ability to just build it out before you buy it, right? So you can experience
Ooh.
this, experience the app and see how it might look before you actually get into the purchasing process. We're also looking at how we can same way create notification um, sequences just like email, so you can
Mm.
actually build out some kind of sequence based on different actions that are occurring in the app, right? So it gives you more control on how you engage your members. A lot more widgets,
Ooh.
right? So now we have a foundation for widgets. These are all static widgets if you think about it, but we're also looking at dynamic widgets. So if you have newsletters or blog posts, you can just plop in a widget that just says put the latest ones in here, and you don't have to think about it.
Nice.
So if you publish something new, it'll show up in the app right away. Trackers, calendar widget, like there's a lot of stuff that we're thinking about. There are more dynamic widgets that kind of make that experience more complete in the app,
Yeah, nice.
in terms of that.
Oh, I'm excited. And, if you have ideas, excuse me, about things that you would love to see in an app, that's where go into the community and let George and the team know. I think I've brought this up a few times. I would love if we could do audio Voxer style as part of the community. I think there's a few people there, but the more people that give the suggestions, because if you do a suggestion and everyone else is like, oh my God, that would be amazing, the team are going to see that people are getting behind it, and then it'll make it to the wish list. So I love
Yeah, definitely. We are always
it.
listening. We're always looking to improve, and Yeah, there's really all comes down to two big use cases we're looking to address for you. It is how do you get more customers and how do you engage them? So everything
Yep.
revolves around that. All the things we're building is really focused on those two things.
Love it. Love it. Well, thank you so much for your time, Djordje. I really appreciate having you joining me for this fireside chat. I can't wait to check out the webinar tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my voice. I think 2 weeks of fireside chats.
Yeah, I know, right? You did great every
It's
day.
been epic. Yeah, it has been. It has been epic. And so yes, more questions. Join Djordje in the community. And check out our app as well. There's lots of other people. One of the good things I like about the community as well is seeing what other people are doing with it, because then it gives you ideas of things that you might think to implement, like even just those things you've shown me today with the widgets, is maybe go, yeah, that's how I could use it, because it's kind of like
We're
that
actually
canvas.
working on some blueprints and some
Ooh.
templates for the landing pages, so you can see different use cases, and we'll also showcase you how you can replicate any app really with these widgets. Like any
Oh
app that
my
you
god.
already use today, like you can literally build it out yourself too here.
Oh, love it. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, I'm all inspired. I'm like, I can't wait to go and play around with this. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate having you in here. Tomorrow, this is a big one. A lot of people have been looking forward to this, and I'll be interested to see. I don't know if this will integrate with the app, but we're talking shopping cart. We're talking multiple purchases at one time with Steph. I think this was the thing at Kajabi Hero Live that got the most like, when Steph announced shopping cart is coming to Kajabi. So Steph's going to be joining us tomorrow. We'll be looking at it. I'm excited. So yes, I will see you for the fireside chat again, same time, 3 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. If you are watching this on the replay, thank you for joining us, and we appreciate you. Bye. Thanks, George.
Thank you. Thanks everyone. Bye.